Today, my topic for the presentation is Steps of Research. Dear viewer, please watch the entire video. The video will be followed by MCQs based on the presentation. Let us first try to understand various steps of research with example. Step 1. Identify the research problem. This is the first and crucial step in the research process. It involves recognizing and defining the specific research problem or topic that you want to investigate. Example: recognizing a decline in students' math proficiency scores in a school district and wanting to understand the causes behind this decline. Step 2. Review the literature. Conduct a comprehensive literature review to gather existing knowledge related to your research problem. This step helps you identify gaps in current understanding and areas where your research can contribute. Example: reviewing research on effective math teaching strategies, the impact of technology in math education, and factors affecting student motivation and engagement in math. Step 3. Formulate research questions or hypotheses. Develop clear and concise research questions or hypotheses that guide your study. Research questions seek to explore a topic, while hypotheses propose specific relationships between variables. Example: research question: what teaching strategies are most effective in improving math proficiency in elementary school students? Hypothesis: using interactive online math tutorials will lead to higher math proficiency scores in elementary students compared to traditional teaching methods. Step 4. Design the research methodology. Choose an appropriate research design and methodology for your study. Consider whether your research will be qualitative, quantitative, mixed methods, experimental, or observational. Example: opting for a mixed methods approach, combining quantitative pre- and post-test assessments of math proficiency with qualitative interviews with students and teachers to understand their experiences. Step 5. Data collection. Implement the chosen methodology to collect data. Ensure that data collection methods are suitable for your research design and objectives. Common methods in education include surveys, assessments, observations, and interviews. Example: administering pre- and post-test math assessments to students and conducting in-depth interviews with teachers and students to gather insights into their experiences. Step 6. Data analysis. Analyze the collected data using appropriate statistical or qualitative analysis techniques. Analyze quantitative data to identify trends and patterns, and use qualitative analysis to gain a deeper understanding of experiences and perspectives. Example: using statistical software to compare pre- and post-test math scores to assess the effectiveness of the teaching strategy, and conducting thematic analysis of interview transcripts to identify common themes. Step 7. Draw conclusions. Based on the analysis, draw conclusions that address your research questions or hypotheses. Reflect on the findings in the context of the existing literature and their implications for teaching and learning. Example: concluding that the use of interactive online math tutorials is associated with significant improvements in math proficiency among elementary students, and discussing the pedagogical implications of these findings. Step 8. Communicate results. Present your research findings through reports, research papers, presentations, or other appropriate formats. Clearly communicate your methods, results, and interpretations. Example: writing a research paper summarizing your study, including tables, graphs, and citations to support your findings, and presenting your research at an education conference. Step 9. Peer review. Submit your research work to reputable educational journals or conferences for peer review. Experts in the field assess the quality and contribution of your study. Example: submitting your research paper to an educational journal where reviewers evaluate the study's methodology, analysis, and relevance to the field. Step 10. Publish and disseminate. After addressing peer reviewers' feedback and revisions, publish your research in reputable educational journals or present it at conferences to share your findings with the academic community. Example: upon acceptance, your research paper is published in the journal, and you present your study's findings to fellow educators and researchers. Dear viewer, let us solve some important multiple choice questions from the presentation. Question 1 is: what is the first step in conducting research? A. Data collection. B. Reviewing the literature. C. Formulating research questions. D. Drawing conclusions. Correct answer is C. Formulating research questions. Question 2 is: Which step involves selecting the appropriate research design and data collection methods? A. Data analysis. B. Drawing conclusions. C. Designing the research methodology. D. Reviewing the literature. Correct answer is C. Designing the research methodology. Question 3 is, what is the purpose of the data analysis step in research? A. Identifying the research problem. B. Collecting data. C. Drawing conclusions. D. Analyzing and interpreting data. Correct answer is D. Analyzing and interpreting data. Question 4 is, what is the final step in the research process before sharing findings with others? A. Data collection. B. Reviewing the literature. C. Peer review. D. Drawing conclusions. Correct answer is C. Peer review. Question 5 is, why is it important to reflect on the research process and outcomes? A. To finalize the research findings. B. To identify gaps in the literature. C. To consider opportunities for future research. D. To skip the iterative process. Correct answer is C. To consider opportunities for future research. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Education and Teacher Education.